You are listening to the Stop Binge Eating Podcast with Kirsten Sarfty, episode number 67. Welcome to the Stop Binge Eating Podcast. It's time for you to end your food obsession and begin feeling confident and in control around food. You are absolutely capable of eliminating binge eating from your life, and I'm going to show you how by giving you simple tools and insights that you can apply in your own life. I'm your host, Kirsten Sarfty. Now let's get to it. Hi! Are you ready to achieve some goals? Well, then get ready for a 2-part series on how to do it. This first episode is going to focus on why you're not achieving your goals, and the next one will be how to do it. When it comes to doing things you're not doing, so often people want to just jump right into the how without taking time to understand why you're not doing it already. So today I'm breaking it down for you. I'm going to go through the top reasons why you're not getting to those goals that you want. And stopping binge eating is one I'm pretty sure that you want to achieve. So why haven't you yet? A lot of the time people think that if they don't have what they want, then maybe they don't want it badly enough. Now, wanting it badly is definitely important, and I'll get more into that a little later, but it's not enough to just want it. I mean, maybe some people don't want it badly enough, but I don't believe that's the problem most of the time. Most of the time when we question their amount of wanting, they do want it bad, so bad. But just because you want something doesn't mean you're just magically going to get it. Remember the secret thing back from 2006? People thought they could just think about what they want and it would manifest in their lives. That wanting and putting it on a vision board would make it appear. And it would be so lovely if that's how the world worked. We'd have so many things. It would be amazing. But it's not how it works. Wanting is only the beginning. It's the part where you show yourself what you're going to go after. It's just having a goal in mind. Then once you know what you want, you gotta go after it. You gotta work for it and put in some effort. And sometimes that work isn't so easy and you gotta put in a lot of effort. You want that goal, you gotta do a lot of stuff. So now let's talk about why you're not doing it. First of all, are you even setting goals? Sounds like a silly question to ask here, but a lot of people don't, and you can't achieve a goal if you don't have one, right? I had a friend who I was talking to about goals with once, and he told me he doesn't set goals because he doesn't have enough control over whether they would actually be attained. And he believed that there was too much out of his control. I also know someone who has never set them, and he's doing pretty well, so he doesn't see the point in doing it. Now, what if both of them are right? What if too much is out of their control and there isn't a point in doing it? So let's explore these, starting with the first one. There will most likely be things out of your control. For example, my friend is a musician and he's thinking about how he can't control how many people show up to his shows, how many people buy his music, whether someone decides to sign him to a label or makes a distribution deal with him. All these things other people choose to do. But he may have more control than he thinks. Imagine if he tells 20 people he's having a show. How many will show up? Then imagine if he tells 100. Really raises his chances of a bigger audience, doesn't it? And how is he selling the show? Is he saying, hey, come to my show? Or is he selling it like it's going to be the most amazing, life-changing show they've ever been to? I know which one I'd be more likely to show up to. And we could say the same for how many people he tells about his album being available for purchase and how he markets it, or how many labels or distributors he connects with. He's not completely at the mercy of what other people choose to do. He can still take action to get more. And if you think you won't be able to stop binge eating because of the food that is around you or the people around you, or because you don't believe you are in control of what you do, I'd challenge all of that. No, you don't have control over what other people do or sometimes what food is around you, but you do have control over yourself and your outcomes more than you think. Then there's the other guy who doesn't see the point. He's content. He's doing well. And since he has done well without setting goals, then he can just keep doing well. But I'm not like him. I don't want to just cruise on doing well. I want to be better. Not because I don't think I'm good now, but because better is out there and I want it. I want to grow and evolve and show myself what I'm capable of and become the best version of myself that I can. Now, not everyone wants that, and that's okay. But if you want to be different than you are, then you have to decide where you want to go. What do you want to be different? Who do you want to become? What is the goal behavior, the goal result, the goal you? That's one of the things goals do for you. They give you something to work toward. They give you an end point. They give you a direction to go in. They show you what you want to focus your thoughts on. If you set your goal to stop binge eating, you know what you're working toward. You know where you're going. And once you know where you're going, you can prepare to get there, make a plan, and start taking the necessary steps in that direction. So now that you've decided that setting a goal is a good idea, do you believe you can get there? It's a problem if you don't. If you don't believe you will stop binge eating, you're going to feel hopeless. You're not going to try. And what will happen if you don't try? You don't stop binge eating. Your disbelief in your capabilities is making you feel down on yourself. You're feeling defeated before you even start. Or even worse, you're feeling defeated when you're on your way there, but haven't gotten there yet. Because you're not there yet, you stop believing you'll be able to get there and you give up. It's like believing you won't get to your destination because you've hit detours and traffic and you're running out of gas. Detours happen. And if you just follow along the new routes and keep going, you will get where you want to go eventually. Traffic happens. You keep driving, just more slowly. And if you are running out of gas, you don't just stop the car. You go find a place to fill it up. You don't start thinking there's too many obstacles and it's taking longer than it's supposed to and that you'll never get there, so you just stop. You believe you will get there. You keep going and doing whatever you need to do for as long as it takes. Which brings me to another reason why you're not achieving your goals. You're not fully committed. To be committed means that you'll do whatever it takes to get the result. It means you're willing to try everything and that you're fully 100% dedicated to your result. If you're not fully committed, you'll allow other things to take priority or give up when the going gets tough. You hit an obstacle and stop trying. You binge, and so you give up trying to not binge for a while. You eat off your plan or eat a second piece of cake, so now you just throw in the towel and drop your plan and stop trying to not binge for the rest of the day. You eat because everyone else is, because it's easier and more comfortable. An urge randomly appears and you give into it because you think this one time won't matter. When you're not fully committed, you don't do the hard things. You make excuses and take the easy way out, which, by the way, is not even a true way out. It looks like you're getting out, but you're really staying in. You think you see a solution to escape, but it's not really the solution at all. It's like you're in a house of mirrors, thinking that you see a quick way out, but when you go for it, you just end up banging your head on a mirror. You didn't see the real way out so clearly. You got to go all the way through the maze. You got to do the work to really be set free. The people who are fully committed are the ones that don't give in to temptations, even though it's hard to not do it. They are the ones who binge and then take the time to figure out why they did it and learn from it and keep trying new things. They are the ones who eat off their plan or eat that second piece of cake and don't make it mean anything negative. They get back to their plan or back to their eating, however they truly want to be eating, and don't use it as an excuse to go crazy and binge. And here's another reason. Your why isn't compelling enough. You don't have a strong enough reason to do it. If you're going to do something hard, if you're going to go for a big goal, you have to have a really good reason why you're going to do it, or else again, like with the commitment, it's too easy to stop. You need to have a reason that makes not stopping binge eating not even an option. Stopping binge eating is your only option because this reason why that you have is way too ridiculously important for you to not do it. Your why is your motive. It's what gives you your motivation. So is your health your motive, your job, your kids, your happiness, your husband, your freedom? What is it? Whatever it is, it's got to be good, real good, compelling, powerfully irresistible. Not only do you have to want it, you have to have an amazing reason to want it. What you will get from achieving this goal, from stopping binge eating, has to be something that is worth doing all the hard work for. When I talk to people about working with me, we talk about this, and it's a pretty good indicator for me whether they'll be successful or not. The people who have reasons that are really important to them are the ones that get it done, who do commit and do the work. And the ones who just kind of want it and have okay reasons to do it don't show up or don't invest in themselves. You have to have a compelling reason why to create urgency and drive. Now, how often are you thinking about your goal? All day, every day? Once a day? Whenever it just happens to pop into your head? You can't not think about it. If you forget about your goal, then you're not going to purposefully take action to get it. You're going to keep taking the actions you've trained yourself to take that keep you where you are instead. Your brain is not trained to go toward your goal. You have to keep reminding it that that's where you're going now. If your goal is to stop binge eating, you have to think about it so that you remember to make different decisions than if it wasn't your goal. If you didn't have that goal, you'd just eat and binge. But reminding yourself that stopping binge eating is what you want will help you second guess your decision to eat or binge. It will help you make a different decision because if you know your goal is to not binge and you're thinking about that and it's in the forefront of your mind, then you'll be more likely to make a decision that will move you in that direction. If you don't remember that not binge eating is your goal, then you're not going to remember to make different decisions than you're conditioned to make. All right, I have one more for you. And you have heard me say this one before, and it may not surprise you, but here it is. You are not moving through discomfort. When you work toward goals, there is a lot of discomfort. There is fear and doubt and confusion and uncertainty and frustration and apathy and many more possible feelings that don't feel so great. I can almost guarantee that with any big goal you have, at least one of those will show up, probably more than one, and probably more than once. And if you let them stop you, you won't get where you want to go. You've heard the expression, feel the fear and do it anyway. If you're not achieving your goal, you're not feeling the discomfort and doing it anyway. You're not feeling the urge and not binging anyway. You're not feeling the doubt and trying anyway. You're not feeling the frustration and moving forward anyway. You're feeling them and eating. I think there is confusion for some people that when they feel fear, doubt, uncertainty, they make it mean they're not doing it right, that something has gone wrong, or they shouldn't be doing it. And this is all completely false. What it means is that you're stepping outside of your comfort zone. You're expanding your comfort zone and doing something new and amazing that's going to help you grow. All of us feel discomfort when we go big and we try new things and step out of our comfort zone. If we take it back to how our brains are primitively wired, this happens to help keep us safe and alive. Our brains want us to be comfortable because new things could mean death. Let's not forget that our brains were created during a time when going out into the unknown meant that you could get attacked by a bear, or you could get lost or stuck and freeze to death. But we no longer live in those times. And although our brains still react the same way to fear and the others, it does not mean we should go back into the comfortable cave. We'll survive if we face an urge or go to a party that has a lot of food or eat a piece of cake. Our brains are alarming us, but it's just mistaken. We can tell it that everything is going to be fine. We're just trying new things and becoming better versions of ourselves. You don't have to run from the discomfort. You're not going to die. Go through it. So let's sum it all up. These are the reasons why you're not achieving your goals, whether it be with binge eating or a different goal you are working toward. You may be struggling with one or more than one, but definitely take a moment to figure out which one or ones. You're not setting it. You don't believe you can reach it. You're not fully committed. Your reason for doing it isn't compelling enough. You're not thinking about it enough, and you're letting your discomfort stop you. Now, once you know which is your reason or are your reasons, ask yourself why. Why aren't you committed? Why aren't you thinking about it more? The answer will show you your work, and then you get to work. Do this work before you even think about moving on to what I'm going to talk about in the next episode. I'm going to be talking about how to achieve goals, the steps you need to take to get where you want to go, and they may not be what you think they're going to be. So figure out why you're not doing it and work on that piece so you can be ready to go through the steps to achieve any goal you want. Now get to work, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye. Thank you for listening to the Stop Binge Eating podcast. If you like what you heard today and you want more, go to coachkir.com/free. That's COACHKIR.com/free to get some awesome free stuff to help you stop binge eating.